Alright, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. We are here with Break 102, our third 2021 Elite Hobby Case and Priority Box. Our team list for today is Broncos, Craig Kernahan; Raiders, Peter Smith; Bulldogs, Ray Steptoe; Sharks, Benjamin Boss; Titans, Kieran Zanoni; Manly, Mike Kenny; Storm, Adam Hemsworth; Knights, Paul Barthman; Cowboys, Craig Kernahan; Eels, Ben Trim; Panthers, Ben Trim; Rabbitohs, Peter Clark; Dragons, Brent Timmins; Roosters, Raj Singh; Warriors, Jeff Warnes; Tigers, Cameron Andrews. So, good luck. We are ready to go. Almost. Just let me bring the chats up. Last I checked, there was 4 spots left in 107. Obviously, if we get that sold out in time, then all spots will go into the giveaway. We do have another draft. Pick your team up, 108. So get amongst it, guys. Something new, something different. And I believe we are ready to go. Quickly switch over. We have our priority box for today. We'll leave that till the end. We have our case. Let's find out who our lucky case card today. Knights. David Clemmer, 150 games. And that's number 9 out of 42. So we'll leave that up here for now. Get these out, ready to go. Alright, we'll be doing 2 breaks tomorrow, guys. And 2 on Sunday. So plenty to come. There you go, break 107's now down to 3 spots. So unfortunately I don't think 108 will get a chance to be sold out. So 107 will most likely be our last entries into the giveaway. I mean, if enough people are eager, then we can sell out 108 in time as well. But I'm pretty sure that 107 is going to be our last giveaway break. Yeah, for the priority box. Don't forget, if you are unlucky enough not to get a numbered hit, we do have the $50 voucher. Martin Tapau and Forces for Manly. Last night we had a couple of big team hits, a couple of teams that hit big I should say, and a couple of teams that unfortunately didn't do so well. Jake Granville parallel for Cowboys. Hope everyone's got their tips in, guys. I finished mine off. Cameron Smith, Dally M for Storm. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. Everyone for Collectors Club, I just wanted to clarify the code isn't just a once off. Jai Arrow enforces for the Rabbitohs. It can be used for once for each card, so you can buy your entire set using the code, just you can't buy multiples of a card. Jackson Paulo, White Young Guns for Rabbitohs. $107 will be Monday at this point in time. Jack White and Dally M for Raiders. Cameron Munster, parallel for Storm. Got a Sapphire Mojo to start us off. Corey Allen, parallel for Bulldogs. They're alright at the moment. It's not really, yeah. Patrick Herbert, Maori All Stars. Eels parallel checklist. Hey DK, how are we, buddy? Thomas McHale, enforcers for Tigers. Elliot Whitehead, parallel for Raiders. James Fisher-Harris for Panthers. A 2-hit box. What were the 2 hits? James Fisher-Harris, enforcers for Panthers. Benji Marshall, parallel for Rabbits. Hey Jeff. Scott, welcome mate. Darius Boyd for the Broncos, 215 to 217. Roosters parallel checklist. Ruby and Black Young Gun. Yeah, no, you should be at least getting a Ruby per box. Talia Fumono, All Stars. If you're not getting a Ruby, you should at least be getting a Mojo. Paul Vaughan, enforcers for Dragons. James Fisher-Harris, Maori All Stars. Hey Barry, how are you, buddy? Zach Lomax, Young Guns for the Dragons. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, captain's card for the Warriors. Chad Townsend, parallel for Sharks. David Fafita, parallel for Titans. Oh, there's our hot pack. David Fusitua, parallel for Warriors. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. Jared Guerrero Hargraves, Enforcers for Roosters. And that's the end of the first box, guys. Let's get straight into our second. Cody Ramsey, parallel for Dragons. Have you got much of your Storm set yet, DK? They're around the wrong way, but that's alright. Primal Hunt, parallel for Knights. Adam Fanua-Blake, Enforcers for Warriors. What level does everyone think they're going to chase? Jordan Ricky, Maori All-Stars. Bulldogs parallel checklist. White Young Guns, Mr. Hammer for Cowboys. Well, good trade. Chelsea Leno Doozy, Enforcers for Broncos. Trade post incoming. Make sure you list it on Discord. I know it's not getting used, but the more people start using it, hopefully other people will start looking there. Katoni Staggs, Daniel M for Broncos. Maybe we'll do our next member giveaway there, or something along those lines. Cody Nikorima, parallel for Warriors. Once again, I'll just let everyone know the Collectors Club code has been sent out, so check your emails. Apasai Coruscant, parallel for Panthers. Hayes Dunster, White Young Guns for Eels. Joseph Tapine, Enforcers for Raiders. Jaden Brayley and Daniel Saifiti, captain's card for Knights. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I was on this one. How about we flick over? Alex Glenn, parallel for Broncos. That way you can actually see what's going on now. Darius Boyd, Kangaroos, 212 to 213. Jaden Sewer, parallel for the Rabbitohs. Regan Campbell-Gillard, enforcers for the Eels. Josh Kerr, Indigenous All-Stars. David Clemmer, enforcers for Knights. Joseph Tapine, parallel for Raiders. Isaiah Yeo, Dally M for Panthers. Mitchell Moses, parallel for Eels. Nelson Asafa Solomona, enforcers for Storm. Racine McGregor, Maori All-Stars. Cody Walker, Indigenous All-Stars. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. Kyle Felt, parallel for the Cowboys. We've got a SIG there. James Roberts, parallel for Tigers. So, third box. Jesse Bromwich, enforcers for Storm. Tavita Pangai Jr., enforcers for Broncos. How worried were you last night, DK? First half did not look good for Storm. Chans, Nicole Klokstad, Mary All-Stars. As much as I was disappointed for me tips at the end of the first half, I was pretty excited for Titans. Jake Clifford, parallel for Cowboys. They are looking pretty good. Oops, got another SIG. Luke Brooks, parallel for Tigers. I find it quite funny that Titans are actually the top Queensland team at the moment. Vanessa Falaki enforces for the Roosters. Georgia Hale enforces for the Warriors. Corbin McGregor, Maori All-Stars.
2 spots left in break 107.
There we go, guys. 2 spots left in break 107. I would like to think they'll be sold out, so they'll be the last 2 spots in the priority box giveaway. Andrew Fafita, All-Stars. Indigenous All-Stars. Junior Paulo, enforces for Eels. Break 108 is listed as another draft team pick as well, guys. If you just want to get it into another break, it'd be awesome to get that sold out and have a few more spots in the giveaway. Jake Averillo, White Young Guns for Bulldogs. I'll be doing 2 Saturday and 2 on Sunday, and then Monday 1 a day again. James Fisher Harris, Dally M for Panthers. More so, people are working during the day, during the week, so we're doing them 1 a day in the afternoon, evening. Regan Campbell Gillard for Eels, and assuming more people are at home at the moment on the weekends, we've not a lot to do anyway, so we'll try and do a couple of breaks. And that way we can try and get some more cards sent out a bit quicker. Not that Dad and Mum doesn't have enough to do. It has been flat out. Josh Alloy, parallel from Manly. Honestly, no. I probably should have already figured that out, but I was thinking about 10 o'clock for the first one. So that'll put us about a 12 o'clock finish. Jack White and Dally M for the Raiders. Adam Fanua Blake, parallel for Warriors. Just in time for me to have some lunch, have a break, and get into the next one. Okay, so random team. Sorry, Nathan Asquith has asked a question about random team and draft team. Random team, I randomise the names. The way they finish in the randomisation assigns a team. The draft pick assigns a pick order. So the person in number 1 gets to pick their team first, and so on down the list. Jack Bird, parallel for Dragons. Jack Whiten, Indigenous All-Stars. Nick Kotrick, parallel for Bulldogs. Connor Tracy, Sharks Young Guns. We have Captain's Card, Jesse Bromwich and Dale Finucane for the Storm. Elsie Albert, Enforcers for Dragons. Josh Hodgson, parallel for Raiders. We have another Emerald, guys. Jordan Ricky, parallel for Broncos. Knights, parallel checklist. Moses Leota, parallel for Panthers. Boyd Master Series for the Maroons, 210 and 211. Cameron Murray, parallel for Rabbits. And that's it for our third box. The boys are back. I should have kept that box. Sorry, guys. Don't forget, if you are buying break spots, guys, and you haven't already got an album, it's a good time to get one. Peter Hiku, parallel for Warriors. Album and base set for $40, available with the break spot. Jake Trbojevic, Enforcers for Manly. Dally M, Josh Adokar for Storm. David Nofaluma, parallel for Tigers. Do we give away free boxes? No, we have a giveaway for a box of 21 Elite Priority with every spot that's sold in a sold out break that ends today. So any break that's sold out by midnight tonight, the spots in that break go get an entry into the giveaway.
Only one spot left in 107.
And there's only one spot left in 107. Tavita Tatala, Enforcers for Rabbits. So we do member giveaways for gift vouchers. So when we hit milestones on Facebook, we have a few different giveaways. We give away a $50 voucher each week with the tipping comp. Tom Dearden, White Young Guns for Broncos. We have Captain's Card, Adam Reynolds for the Rabbitohs. Josh Addo-Carr, parallel for Storm. So yeah, the giveaway I'll draw in between breaks tomorrow, I guess. Chance Nicole Klokstad, parallel for Raiders. Mary All-Stars, Patil Yvette Welsh. Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Thank you, Barry. Thank you muchly. Moses Leota, Enforcers for Panthers. Damien Cook, parallel for Rabbitohs. James Tarmo, Enforcers for Tigers. White Young Guns, Josh Schuster for Manly. So, just a reminder, all the Master Series cards will be randomised between all 16 spots at the end. Latrell Mitchell, Indigenous All-Stars. So, it doesn't matter what there is, signature or just the standard. They will go to one person. Cowboys parallel checklist. And we have, including this one, I think, no, this is 8, I think. Oh. Alright. Dylan Brown, parallel for Eels. Another signature card there, guys. Harry Grant, Dally M for Tigers. It's a bit odd when I first seen Harry Grant. I felt tempted to put it into the Storm. Angus Crichton for Roosters. Daniel Saifiti, Enforcers for Knights. Benji Marshall, Mary All-Stars. Braden Hamlin-Yuli, parallel for Sharks. We have another Sapphire. Will Hopewade, parallel for Bulldogs. Darius Boyd Master Series in the Roos 2010 to 2011 card. Alexander Brimson parallel for Titans. What's the bird in background? You can hear that, right?
Yeah. You can't ask him to quiet down.
Yeah, no, that's outside. That's, yeah. I couldn't even hear that. So the fact that you can hear that is Josh Papali enforces for the Raiders. David Fafita, Indigenous All-Stars. There you go, 107 is sold out, guys. I'd like to tell you to go grab a spot in 108 to get the spot in the giveaway, but I don't want to tell you that and you miss out by not selling out. But break 108 is there, guys. Might not be a giveaway, but still plenty of chances to get plenty of great hits. And that is a draft team. Big Tino enforces for Titans. No, not a pet. Manly parallel checklist. Jordan McLean enforces for Cowboys. Matthew Duffy, parallel for Dragons. Now there's multiple birds out there that I can hear. Dylan Watine Zalesniak, Maori All-Stars. Darius Boyd for the Broncos. Valentine Holmes for the Cowboys, parallel. Welcome, Scott. White Young Guns, Murray Talagi for the Cowboys. Millie Boyle enforces for Broncos. White Young Guns, Ray Stone for the Eels. So numbered hits we'll go through at the end together. Dally M medal, Cameron Smith for Storm. Chanel Harris Tavita, parallel for Warriors. And I will take photos after the break is finished of all the team hits and post them in the trade post. Boyd Cordner and Jake Friend, captain's card for the Roosters. We have another Ruby. Brody Croft, parallel for Broncos. Jack Hetherington enforces for the Bulldogs. George Williams, parallel for Raiders. Tyrone Peachy, Indigenous All-Stars. Mitchell Pearce, parallel for Knights. Thomas McHale, parallel for Tigers. That should, I believe, was a Black League Sensations. Is it League Sensations? Yeah, I think so. Braden Hamlin, Yuli Enforcers for Sharks. Jamal Fogarty, Indigenous All-Stars for Titans. Kane Evans, Enforcers for the Warriors. Yeah. Joseph Manu, Maori All-Stars. Malami Kikau, parallel for Panthers. Reid Mahoney, parallel for Eels. And we have 2 more packets left for our 5th box, which will put us halfway through the case. Nick Meaney, parallel for the Bulldogs. And we have a Jack Whiten, Dally M. Rabbitohs parallel checklist. Alright, so this will be our 6th box. Warriors parallel checklist. Hudson Young, parallel for Raiders. Joseph Tapine, Enforcers for Raiders. David Clemmer, Enforcers for Knights. Oh, get out, there we go. Jerome Luai, Maori All-Stars. Ali Brigginshaw, Dally M for Broncos. Isaiah Yeo, parallel for Panthers. Nelson Asafa Solomona, enforcers for the Storm. Cody Walker, parallel for Rabbitohs. White Young Guns, Cody Ramsey for the Dragons. Talisha Harden, Indigenous All-Stars. Jordan McLean, parallel for the Cowboys. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Dally M for Warriors. James Tarmo, parallel for Tigers. Regan Campbell-Gillard, enforcers for the Eels. Keon Kolomatangi, Young Guns for the Rabbitohs. Jerome Hughes, parallel for Storm. Captain's card, Michael Morgan and Jason Taumalolo for Cowboys. Master Series, Darius Boyd for the Maroons. James Tedesco, parallel for the Roosters. Blake Laurie, enforcers for Dragons. Rona Peters, Maori All-Stars. Blake Brayley, parallel for Sharks. Jamal Fogarty, parallel for Titans. Lindsay Collins, enforcers for Roosters. Dylan Napa, parallel for Bulldogs. Alright, 2 packets left for box number 106. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. Blake Ferguson, parallel for Eels. And that is it. Box number 7, here we go. First off the bat, White Young Guns, Stafford Tower for the Knights. Yeah, no one's mentioned them anyway, but sounds like the birds are gone away now. Connor Watson, Dalian for Knights. Ted reckons he asked nicely. Kieran Foran, parallel for Manly. Tyrone Peachy, Indigenous All-Stars. Knights, Darius Boyd for the Master Series. Dragons, parallel checklist. Thomas Flegler, Enforcers for Broncos. Dallin Watine Zalesniak, Enforcers for the Maori All-Star. Enforcers, Maori All-Stars. Stephanie Hancock, Enforcers for Dragons. Luke Keary, parallel for Roosters. Tavita Pangai Jr., parallel for Broncos. Mitchell Barnett, parallel for Knights. Crystal Tamarua, Enforcers for the Warriors. Jamal Fogarty, Indigenous All-Stars. Braden Hamlin-Uele, Enforcers for Sharks. Panthers parallel checklist. Black Diamond. Harry Grant, parallel for Storm. Dane Gagai, parallel for Rabbitohs. Joseph Manu, Maori All-Stars. Tino, enforcers for Titans. Sebastian Chris, White Young Guns for Raiders. Stephen Crichton, Dally M for Panthers. Milwaukee Ica, parallel for Titans. Captain's card, Nathan Cleary and Isaiah Yeo for the Panthers. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for Cowboys. Luciano Leilua, parallel for Tigers. Samaima Torfa, enforcers for Roosters. Aaron Woods, parallel for Sharks. And that's the end of another box. So box number 8 out of the case, including this one. We have 4 boxes left to go. Tim Nicholson's about half an hour away, Dad. Titans parallel checklist. David Nofaluma, Dally M for Tigers. Jaden Brayley, parallel for Knights. Get out of there. Kane Evans, enforcers for Warriors. Tanner Boyd, White Young Guns for Titans. Clinton Gufferson, parallel for Eels. Clinton Gufferson, captain's card for Eels. Jesse Bromwich, parallel for Storm. Lindsay Collins, enforcers for the Roosters. Brett Morris, parallel for Roosters. Jerome Luai, Maori All-Stars. Clinton Gufferson, Dalian for Eels. Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. Millie Boyle, Enforcers for Broncos. Zach Lomax, parallel for Dragons. Talisha Harden, Indigenous All-Stars. Anthony Milford, parallel for Broncos. Blake Laurie, Enforcers for Dragons. Wade Graham, parallel for Sharks. Maroons, Darius Boyd Master Series. Josh Papali, parallel for Raiders. Jack Hetherington, Enforcers for Bulldogs. Rona Peters, Maori All-Stars. Dylan Martins-Lesniak, parallel for Bulldogs. Jamie Chapman, Indigenous All-Stars. Three packs left for this box, guys. Tohu Harris, parallel for Warriors. Nico Hines, White Young Guns for Storm. Jordan McLean, Enforcers for Cowboys. And that's another box down. So box number 9. Moses Sulai, parallel for Manly. Stephen Crichton, parallel for Panthers. Paul Vaughan, Enforcers for Dragons. Daniel Tupou, parallel for Roosters. Chelsea Leonarduzzi, Enforcers for Broncos. Racine McGregor, Maori All-Stars. Xavier Coates, parallel for Broncos. Brendan Smith, parallel for Storm. Spencer Lanu, Young Guns for Panthers. Adam Reynolds, parallel for Rabbitohs. James Fisher-Harris, Enforcers for Panthers. Josh Papali, Dalian Medal for the Raiders. Tino, parallel for Titans. Jared Rara-Hargraves, Enforcers for the Roosters. Jack Murphy, Warriors Young Guns. We're about halfway through box number 9. And we have a Tigers captains, James Tamo. Cody Walker, Indigenous All-Stars. Sharks parallel checklist. Darius Boyd in the Roos. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for Knights. Adam Fanua-Blake, Enforcers for the Warriors. Reece Robson, parallel for Cowboys. Joe Offengowie, parallel for Tigers. Josh Kerr, Indigenous All-Stars. Jordan Ricky, Maori All-Stars. Nathan Cleary, Dally M for Panthers. Tarek Sims, parallel for Dragons. And last but not least, for box number 9, we have Dry Arrow Enforcers for the Rabbitohs. So, one box left for our case. And then we will bust the priority box open. Back to Barry about birds being a pet. I got bitten by a pet galah when I was younger on the lip. Used to watch my grandfather go out to the aviary and kiss it through the wire, or at least I thought he was kissing it through the wire, but he never got that close. Tyrone Peachy, parallel for Titans, and we had it out, and to be honest, it's the only time I actually remember it being out of the aviary, and I don't know if it was sitting on my hand or how close it actually was when I started, but I went to blow it kisses to get it to give me a kiss, and yeah, it just latched onto my lip. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for the Broncos. No, I learnt my lesson for that one, that's for sure. Alami Kickow, Dally M for Panthers. Connor Watson, parallel for Knights. Storm, parallel checklist. Not bad, Jared, yourself, mate. Aaron Woods, Enforcers for Sharks. Sam Walker, Young Guns Roosters. Junior Paulo, parallel for Eels. We have captain's card, Wade Graham for the Sharks. Jason Tormalolo, Enforcers for Cowboys. So we're about halfway through, a little bit less than halfway through for our last box in the case. Patrick Herbert, Maori All-Stars. Jared Rara Hargraves, parallel for Roosters. Dylan Napa, Enforcers for Bulldogs. Master Series, Darius Boyd for the Dragons. Raiders parallel checklist. Dally M, Tohu Harris for the Warriors. Josh Schuster, parallel for Manly. Thomas McHale, enforcers for Tigers. Jared Wallace, enforcers for Titans. Paul Vaughan, parallel for Dragons. James Fisher-Harris, Maori All-Stars. Kyle Flanagan, parallel for Bulldogs. Talia Famono, Indigenous All-Stars. Yep. I don't know if I've got any of them yet. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, parallel for Warriors. Matt Moylan, parallel for Sharks. White Young Guns, Stefano Utoikamanu for the Tigers. There's one for you. Alright, 2 packets left for our last box in the case. Closer to revealing our numbered hits. Martin Tapau, enforcers for Manly. Quincy Dodd, Indigenous All-Stars. And we had the David Clemmer Knights milestones, 150 games. That was number 9. Alright. Already done that. Here's our priority box. James Fisher-Harris, enforcers for Panthers. Roosters, a parallel checklist. Paul Vaughan, enforcers for Dragons. Chad Townsend, parallel for Sharks. That's our first priority hit. White Young Guns, welcome Brendan. Corey Allen, parallel for the Bulldogs. James Fisher Harris, Dally M for Panthers. David Fusitua, parallel for Warriors. Indigenous All-Stars, Quincy Dodd. David Fafita, parallel for Titans. Bit disappointed with this one so far. Hopefully we finish off strong. There's our priority captains card. Another sapphire to add to the list. Jake Gramble, parallel for Cowboys. Martin Tapau, enforcers for Manly. Talia Pomono, Indigenous All-Stars. Jack Whiten, Dally M medal for Raiders. Eels parallel checklist. Darius Boyd in the Roos jersey. Elliot Whitehead parallel for the Raiders. This is our last packet for tonight's break, guys. Thomas McHale, enforcers for the Tigers. Patrick Herbert, Maori All-Stars. Cameron Munster, parallel for Storm. Alright, sixth last packet. Jared Rera-Hargraves, enforcers for the Roosters. We've got at least a priority young gun in here. In one of these last 5 packets now. Jai Arrow, enforcers for the Rabbitohs. Adam Dewey, parallel for the Tigers. Welcome, Harley. Everyone's joining just in time to go through the hits. James Fisher Harris, Maori All-Stars. We're at that time. James Fisher Harris, parallel for Panthers. We've got 2 packets left. Guaranteed one of the packets has, both finish off strong tonight. Alright, there's another Emerald. Benji Marshall, parallel for the Rabbits. And last but not least, I know for a fact we have a priority young gun. Alright. So let's start with our rubies. Alright, first up we have number 40 out of 46 for the Warriors, David Fusitua. Tyrone Peachy for the Titans, number 10. Number 27 for the Dragons, Jack Bird. Number 18, Jordan Ricky for the Broncos. Nick Kotrick, number 37 for the Bulldogs. Daddy, you there?
Yeah.
You got someone that buys the number 18s, don't you?
For what?
Rubies?
For what club?
Broncos? No. Oh, nice low one for the Tigers.
No, 18 is South and Bulldogs.
Number 7, James Roberts. Welcome McLean, welcome Adam. Chad Townsend, number 21 for the Sharks. So what does everyone think of what they've seen of the Mojos, or all the cards really? Jaden Sewer, number 4 for the Rabbitohs. Nice low number. Got a few rubies we're getting through. Number 27, I think we had another number 27 before. Roosters checklist. A few more. We have a number 11 for the Raiders, Elliot Whitehead. I don't mind the rubies. Before we go any further, we'll just switch over to that one. And last but not least, for our rubies, for the Titans, number 34, Tyrone Peachy. Alright, let's keep going through the Mojos. We'll go with the Sapphires. Number 6 out of 23. First up, Thomas McHale for the Tigers. Next up for Manly, number 12, Kieran Foran. Number 11 for Cowboys, Reece Robson. Nice low number, number 6 for the Knights, Hymel Hunt. Another nice low number, number 5, Jerome Hughes for the Storm. And I think this is our last but not least Sapphire, number 10, Alex Glenn for the Broncos. Alright, we'll keep going with the Mojos. Oh, we have a number 1 for the Bulldogs, Josh Jackson. We have a number 6, Adam Dewey for the Tigers. For the Warriors, we have another number 6, Cody Nicarima. So who have we got left to hit? Panthers and the Eels. Alright, so our last mojo for this evening is a number 4 out of 5, Black Diamond, Scott Drinkwater for the Cowboys. Alright, so let me remember what we have here, guys. Okay. Let's do our game changes. First up, we got Cowboys, Valentine Holmes with number 38 out of 45. And secondly, Dylan Edwards for the Panthers, number 28 out of 45. Alright, that just leaves Eels. That's okay. Let's do our white league sensations. We only got one of them. Alright, and another Panthers, Jerome Luai, number 44. So all we've got left still is the Eels. These are our league sensations. Both blacks. I thought we might have had a team in there. First up, number 27 out of 40, Mitchell Barnett for the Knights. Next up, for Sharks, Josh Dugan, number 39 out of 40. Let's do our priority. We'll start with our captains. Number 38 out of 38. We have Ben Hunt for the Dragons. Next up, we have our white Young Gun parallels. First up, number 18 for Manly, Jason Saab. Next up, we have number 11 out of 34 for the Priority Young Guns, Jordan Ricky, Brisbane Broncos. To finish our Young Guns off, number 89 out of 110, Penrith Panthers, Spencer Leno. Next up, number 56 out of 110, Stefano Itukamanu for the Tigers. And our last black young gun, number 78 out of 110, Ray Stone for Parramatta Eels. Our first numbered hit for Eels. We have 2 numbered hits left, guys. and one being a Spotlight jersey patch, number 30 out of 83 for the Sharks, Yoni Katoa. And last but not least, we have the Master Series number 66 out of 110 Boyd signature for the Broncos, Dragons and Knights card. Alright. So that will get randomised along with all the Master Series cards. We can do that now. Everyone got a numbered hit, at least one. So bear with me for 2 moments. I will need. Oh look, there we go. We got a bit of music for a moment. I've just got it here actually. Yeah, break 102. Alright. So remember, this is randomised between everyone. Alright, number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3, Adam Hemsworth with the Storm. Congratulations, mate. You take home today's Boyd Master Series cards. On that note, guys, don't forget, if we are lucky enough to sell out break 108, all spots will get an entry into the giveaway, but that closes at midnight tonight. So good luck, guys. We'll see you all again soon.